Hi, I'm Jason Russell, and welcome to the Duke City Chronicles here on Fable 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and of course, chaos. This is a Monster of the Week game set in modern day-ish Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I live, because it is a weird, weird place. You can catch the Duke City Chronicles right here on our Twitch channel Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and with a replay on Tuesday night, same time on the YouTube as well. To jump into our sponsors, the main sponsor today, the most important sponsor, I think we all can agree, is thecriticaldice.com, which is me. Always so awkward, but hey, you can use the code FABLE42 to get a discount on everything you see there, any non-subscription product, a 20% discount. So just hopefully just jump on that link, use the code FABLE42 at checkout and get 20% off. I know some of you are like, oh, I got this cool stuff. Did you use the code? No, I forgot. Use the code. So yes, please share this stream with all your friends. They tell you no, they don't mean that. Well, you can watch it anyway. But yeah, so hey, let's go ahead and get into oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into player and character introductions real quick. Let's go ahead and start with Bridget with Miss Suki Buchanan.
Hi guys, I'm Bridget. You can find me on Instagram at string_theories_. I do fun embroideries and stuff if you're into that. And I am playing Suki Buchanan. She is a 70-year-old art professor at the university in Albuquerque. And she is also gifted with the sight, which lets her read other people's minds and talk to ghosts for a living. Yeah.
Spooky grandma.
Spooky grandma. Oh, and I play the spooky playbook. I forget it every single time.
No worries, thanks. Let's go, Diane.
Hey everyone, my name's Diane. You can find me at the Pretty DM on Instagram, and today I am playing the Monstrous Playbook. Just gonna lead off with it. Katia Rose, half vampire, who half vampire, half human with a soul. Very important. I work at the Presbyterian Hospital in Albuquerque as a morgue. I work in the morgue. What's the title I have? I don't know. I'll figure that out.
That would be probably mortician or medical examiner's assistant, an MEA maybe? I don't know.
I like medical examiner's assistant because, you know, I like to work on crime scenes and I hang out with a cute detective.
GW, let's have you go next, sir.
Heyo, how's everybody doing? I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005. That's 2 B's and 2 zeros. You can also find me on Clarion Dawn. It's a sci-fi audio drama. I play a engineer poet in space. You can find that on ClarionDawn.com or any of your favorite podcast platforms. You can also find me here every Friday. Yeah,
Friday.
Friday. Yeah. I knew the day. Every Friday here at 3 o'clock. Also on our YouTube channel, I am playing Quavon Whiskers. Quavon Whispers, aka Q. I am playing the Divine Playbook.
Such a hot start today. And Chris, why don't you go ahead and round us out?
Oh, I'm Chris Solo. I'm playing Riley Reed, the Expert Playbook, EXPERT Playbook. Yep, that's the one. I like to do the boom booms and the doom dooms and find out the diddly bits. You can find Chris Solo at DM Chris Solo on all social media. Almost held it the whole time. I don't even know what I said. I'll have to go back and watch the video.
That was amazing. You should do it every time.
I just love the idea that Riley is just slowly gonna just only start talking Riley language after a while, and only we will be able to understand Riley.
Boom booms, doom dooms, and diddly bits.
Boom booms and doom boom. I can't even say it. Wow.
I'm gonna add it to my Riley thesaurus. Let me just
keep that reference doc updated.
I think that's a T-shirt. I think that's.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Should
T-shirt.
be.
Boom
Boom booms and doom
Boom
dooms.
booms and doom dooms.
Monster of the week. And I am Jason Russell. You can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram and Heaven Help Us TikTok. And tonight we are getting into the ninth and close to the end of episode 5 of the Duke City Chronicles called The Order. So let's go ahead and roll that intro. It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side, our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles. So to recap us from last episode, you guys went with the Obsidian Order to the petroglyphs northwest of town to close a ghoul gate. You guys discovered there were actually 3, and with some judicious usage of your powers and teamwork, you were able to kill several ghouls and close those gates. Not before one of the members of the Obsidian Order showed their true colors, Kyle, who bared his vampire fangs and then attacked Katia and absconded with her to an unknown location. The Obsidian Order turned out to be, let's just call them douchebags. Is that okay? Douchebags? We're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
they were jerks and started attacking you guys in a very this town ain't big enough for the both of us kind of mode. And Riley pulled out his new favorite weapon, the grenade launcher, fired it at point blank range at someone, and Q and Riley escaped through the use of Q's teleportation, ended up in Alaska somehow, where only Riley's ever been, not Q, met a Yeti, and then teleported out, failed that roll too, ended up in the ocean. Riley can't swim. Q had to save him. They teleported again to a failed roll. Q had a vision, a wild and weird vision full of eyes and wheels within wheels, and then they ended up back at the petroglyphs. In the meantime, Sophia and Zach attacked Suki, and then Suki unzipped, to use her words, Zach like a sleeping bag, which is still unsettling and amazing. In the meantime, Katia woke up inside what appeared to be some kind of magical Faraday cage next to one just like it, and started talking to her fellow captive. It turned out to be an ancient vampire named Ezekiel, who revealed not only are these cages sapping them of their unholy strength and magical essence, but also told her that she shouldn't exist, that being a half vampire is not, strictly speaking, a thing, and then told her that he had a plan to get out, but she wasn't going to like it. Back at the petroglyphs, Quavan decided that it was worth it to try and go back and get Katia. He tried to teleport, only to realize he couldn't. Not that Katia was out of range or out of reach, but rather the power that fuels his teleportation, his angel wings, just wouldn't manifest. The scenario players right now are, you guys are about 30 feet from Sophia and Zach, who are both on the ground, having been hit by the RPG. Q has just realized he can't teleport, and I think Riley was talking about trying to figure out what was going on, or maybe even calling Chet. But I will hand it back over to the part of the team that is at the petroglyphs.
Are these two D-bags dead?
They are on the ground, seemingly unconscious, but they are starting to stir.
With Betsy in my hand. Oh yeah, I got a headset on that side. We're going this side. Hey, Chet.
Oh my gosh. Okay. No. Are you guys okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a question, Chet, and I hope I hear the right answer. Were you part of this double cross?
No. Okay. This was not supposed to be like this. This is like DEFCON like 5,000. This is not how it's supposed to be. Okay. If you guys get out of there, meet me. I can explain everything. I can't. I shouldn't say too much over the phone. Don't engage. Just get out of there. Meet me tomorrow, noon. Reed Richards teams up with Ted Cord versus Sinestro. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
Well, what was that?
He seemed a little razzled. He said things weren't supposed to go this way, and we're supposed to meet somewhere. Something. Riley remembers. Solo doesn't. What Mr. Keeper told me.
He said Reed Richards teams up with Ted Cord versus Sinestro.
Why do I know that?
You should know.
I should know.
Well, GW should know.
Ted Cord?
Ted Cord.
Sinestro.
GW knows. Yeah, I don't know about Q.
You can make character choices. It's okay. Sophia is up on her knees, still like shaking her head.
Yeah.
Like getting her bearings.
Would Riley know where to go when he said that? Does he mean like the comic shop or?
Yeah, I think Riley would know that those are all comic book characters.
Yeah. Okay. Do we like these two shitbags down here on the ground?
Well, one tried to kill me, and I'm pretty sure I killed that poor boy. I don't think we like them.
Is Zach dead?
Is Zach dead?
Zach is sitting up on his elbows.
Zach ain't dead.
No.
Is he? But he's not conscious right now.
Oh, he's like sitting up on his elbows, like
with a fully open torso.
Yeah, his vest is all like ripped up and open and stuff, and you can see like blood coming out, but he's like moving still.
Dang it, I hate the vest. Well, I'm glad I didn't kill him.
Oh, so we're not killing him then?
Well, I mean, I think they have some information for us if we can get it.
All right. Well, I'll let you do that, and I'll be the bad cop.
All right.
What's the lady's name on the ground?
Sophia. Sophia's to her feet now, and she's helping Zach up. And she seems to be trying to kind of move quickly, like.
I wouldn't have let her get on her feet.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
I have Betsy like pointed right at her.
Okay. So is Betsy the rocket launcher or the sniper rifle?
It was the automatic rifle that it was the.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if I remember correctly,
Combo.
You're out of grenades, right?
Correct, but it still has it's still an assault rifle.
So you still have the rifle part. Okay, great. Go for it.
Yeah, I think I'm also gonna swing my carbine and point it directly at Zach. If you I guess you're getting the girl, I'll get the boy. All right. Well, what the fuck was that?
She grabs Zach's hand and kind of looks at you over her shoulder, and she's like, "We get everything we need from you. Piss off."
Click, click. Don't test me, honey. I swear to God, I didn't know that I could stab a young man, and I did tonight. I don't know what else I'm capable of now.
Suki, your bandana goes off.
All right.
Spidey sense is tingling.
Spidey sense is tingling. All right, I'll
And
tell.
you see her in slow motion grab a dagger from her side, and you tell she's about to throw it at you.
Bang.
Nice. Kick some butt.
All right. I'm not playing. This grandma is not gonna have it. Sorry, that's a plus tough, correct?
Yes.
I know how to play the game. It's only a 7.
Only a 7. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's the harm?
The harm is 2 harm far loud.
All right. Great. All right. So you fire, and just as she throws the dagger, actually hits you for your shoulder, and you're going to take 2 harm, not armor defeating, and it hits just as you fire the trigger, pull the trigger, and you see her take it right in the side of the shoulder because of the way she's turned at you, and she stumbles a second, and she's like, "Come on, we gotta go!" And she gets an arm underneath Zach, and she holding Zach just fly straight up.
Can I take a shot?
Now, go for it. You're gonna be at a -1 to this roll because it's happening fast.
I don't remember.
I don't believe I have any armor on, correct? Does
Your
this count as the armor?
Your bandana gives you 1 armor, so you'll take 1 harm.
Sick. Thank you.
Which one was kick some butt? What plus what?
It's your tough, unless you have an ability that changes it. Yeah.
That's a 6.
It's really nice of you guys to pretend to not know the rules, so you can teach the audience how to play.
It's 9 plus 1, so it's 10. So then -1 is 9.
It's a 9. Okay, who are you aiming for?
Her.
Her. All right. What's the damage?
3 harm close.
3 harm close. Okay.
And
great. You see her spin for a second in the air like a corkscrew, but she continues on, and gets out of range quickly.
Has my scarf stopped pinging? She was my danger?
Yeah, she was the danger, yeah. You could tell she was about to attack.
All right.
So now you guys are on the empty kind of plains and rocks of the petroglyphs by yourselves. There's a couple of ghoul bodies that are strewn across the landscape, some scorch marks from different RPGs, and it's just you 3, and Q seems to be kind of, I don't know, stunned or something as he's dealing with issues of theological importance, I think.
All right. We're I don't know that Katya got taken yet, right?
I think that you do, actually. I think that they told you that, and you were the one who actually told the boys when they came back up. If I remember
You're right. Sorry.
Quite all right.
I remember what happens.
It's all right.
All right. Well, we gotta get Katya back. I don't know how. Let's get out of here. Can we head back to somewhere else? My house, Sunset House, anywhere?
Yeah.
Besides here?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Come on, Q. You coming, baby?
Q follows in silence.
Okay.
All right. So you guys get back to Sunset House. The car ride is pretty quiet. Suki, you're in the Mustang for the first time in a while, you realize, by yourself. You used to take long drives by yourself, I think, but in the last several months, it's always been Katya in the passenger seat, and she's not with you. Riley and Q in the pickup and the tow truck, and you guys make it to Sunset House to regroup, and it's probably about 11 o'clock, midnight by the time you guys get there. It's pretty late.
Unlock the front door, say, "Hi, Rosalita," and go start making coffee for everybody. Instant coffees. I don't know, pulling out cookies. Grandmaing. I'm grandmaing.
Okay.
Where the hell did she go?
I don't. I think they took her back to wherever they that place that they were at. It was weird. Kyle was the one who took her there. They turned so fast.
I mean, we sniffed it out. We walked right into it.
God, I'm so mad at myself.
While they are having this talk out loud, I'm sitting there pretending to listen. My eyes kind of go from one to the next as they talk, but I'm having my own mental thing, and in my head I'm like, Difna, what happened? Difna!
I guess I wouldn't accidentally pick up a telekinetic anything, or all right,
No,
I'd
I
have to
don't-
physically do it.
Yeah, I don't think you guys were linked, so I don't think that would be something you would necessarily pick up on. Quavon, roll plus weird for me.
Okay.
It's my hood.
Yeah, it is.
8 total weird.
8 total weird. You don't get a message back. You don't get a vision, but you still feel that connection. There's an open line, as it were, to the power source. She's still with you, but for whatever reason, the access to your angel wings has been cut off. You don't know if it's permanent, temporary, circumstantial, but she's still there. You're still her divine angel boy, but she's not talking right now.
Q will continue to mentally yell for a response as he sits there quietly looking from Suki and Riley as they talk.
Okay.
All right.
So
I mean, okay.
no, go ahead.
I guess Chet would be the one who would know. I feel like we should be doing something, and I don't know what we should be doing right now. Any thoughts, Q, babe? Anything?
At that point, even though Q isn't pretending to like listen, just kind of like moving where the mouth, looking where the mouths were moving, he kind of like shakes his head like just for like a moment. No, no. What? I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's been a hard night. Do y'all wanna like sleep over? I've got a whole bunch of empty bedrooms upstairs. I'm just clean. Rosalita cleans them all the time, and I help. And they ain't got any use otherwise. Do y'all want to just stay here and see if, guys, it's rather late, and I mean, if your parents don't mind. I'm sorry, I'm fully all over the place from this.
As Suki is rambling on, Keeper,
Yes.
Q was starting to like kind of like have little flashes of memory of what kind of like happened at the petroglyph site. Were we successful in closing the ghoul gates?
Yes, you were. You were able to destroy all 3 before they turned.
Gotcha.
It seemed like the Order, whatever their ulterior motive was, they were actually legitimately vested in closing that threat.
Okay.
It just seems like they didn't care about you guys.
And at this point, I'll look from Suki to Riley, and probably in the middle of Suki rambling, I'll say, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do what?
I couldn't port.
Oh, that's okay.
Riley, what did on my last port before we hit your truck? What did you see? What do you remember?
I don't think I saw anything, right?
Mm-mm.
I didn't see anything.
In your defense, you were drowning.
I was drowning.
There was a vision. I saw something. A lot of weird stuff happened when I was trying to get Riley out of his own explosion. First, we teleported to a place where I've never been, and I've never done that before. If I haven't been there, then I can't go there. And then I teleported. We were in the ocean, but then the last port when I was trying to get back. Something happened in between. We were in a place that wasn't a place. It was nothing. I was nothing. But I had glimpses of 4 heads and wings under arms and wheels within wheels with eyes. And then we were in the back of Riley's truck. And then after that I couldn't do it anymore. And I tried really hard to go to Kat wherever she was. Because I can always do that. If I know you, I can do that. And I couldn't do that.
Is it because you did too many jumps?
Yeah, like, I don't know if it's possible to tucker out angel wings, but like...
I've done it before.
That many times? You did 3 jumps in a row, my dude.
I don't know. But I feel like I'm being punished for something. I've never not been able to use that gift.
Well, can you use the other aspects? Can you call your doggy and your whip and stuff? Have you tried?
I try to make a sword out of light.
It appears.
Okay.
It disappears. I think everything else is fine.
It's just the teleporting.
You just gotta walk like normal people. What's wrong with that?
That's not how I was trained. I don't know. And Q just begins to like kind of rub his temple and just kind of like go into deep thought and keep mentally reaching out to Dymphna. And he'll also mention, and my guide isn't answering me either.
She ain't answering. Well, I mean, this is a stretch because, like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about. But that vision that you saw, do you think, I mean, if you're being punished, do you think you accidentally went somewhere you weren't supposed to? Maybe, that's, I mean, I know a lot about sending people out into the light, and I know there was that Bible story. I ain't much for reading the Bible, but weren't angels described as having many eyes and wings under arms and wheels and stuff? Do you think maybe by accident you invaded their clubhouse?
Well, I didn't mean to. That wasn't my fault.
It's not your fault, baby. I don't think it was. I think you were desperate. You're in the middle of the ocean. I don't blame you at all. You were grabbing whatever could have happened. I'm going to push the plate of oatmeal raisin cookies closer to him. And I think you made a mistake, babe. And maybe they just need a moment to cool down. Maybe you got too close.
And they punished me for that? That wasn't my fault. I was trying to stay alive.
And we know that as your mortal friends, but like, we're talking about the stuff you do is stuff I have never seen before and only heard about in legends. So I don't think we're dealing with a human consciousness of right and wrong and stuff. Like, you know, I think we're dealing with old, deep stuff, you know? And, you know, like them old ancient Romans and Greeks, like they were known for like turning folks into trees for nothing. So like I can't imagine that a divine force isn't fickle sometimes, you know?
If I don't get an answer soon, they won't have to worry about me doing anything anymore.
You just give it up? Can you just give it up?
Q doesn't answer.
Push the cookies a little closer. Well, I think. Oh, go ahead, Riley.
No,
Sorry, I've been talking.
I was saying whale, just like you were about to say whale.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think we're gonna know anything else tonight. I think our next move is talking to Van Chet, and I'll reach out on him to the Instagrams, and
I don't trust Chet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should trust him until he gives us a reason to trust him. Just because he was upset on the phone don't mean he wasn't playing us just like the same as everyone else in the situation. But I think he's our only hope for getting at least a little bit of context. And maybe he knows where Katy is.
Did you already try to reach out to her with your thing?
I don't think I did, actually. I'm gonna reach out.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it because it's not gonna work. Yeah.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I figured.
The power of plot.
Yeah, the power of plot in a Faraday cage. She's gonna try real hard, real sincerely.
She always has her phone. Did we keep her? Q was just having a thought before he says anything out loud. Did we happen to see Kat's phone on the ground before we left?
You guys didn't check the environment before you left. It could still be there.
I'm gonna try something. Q takes out his phone. Texts Kat, "Yo, where are you?" ? Send. See what, and just kind of put his phone on the table.
Yeah, it marks as delivered, but there's no response in the next like 15 minutes or so.
So it sent, it delivered. So wherever she is either has reception or her phone is still at the site. I think we should check.
Yeah, all right. I think that is something we can do right now. Everybody, load up. Midnight Mustang. Put on your seatbelt.
How do we decide on the reload?
Mustang.
On the reload thing?
For the RPG?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to make another armory roll for your layer, basically. So that's gonna be something you have to kind of investigate. For the sake of brevity, I will tell you that let's do it this way. Let's get one of you to make a sharp roll when you get there to see what you can find. I think investigate a mystery is your role here.
I had 11.
11? Okay. I think Riley is your go-to for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Riley, you can hold 2.
I thought I had it open, but I didn't.
What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What's being concealed here?
And we're specifically looking at the phone, right?
You're looking for the phone. You're looking over the battle scene.
She was around back with Kyle. I know that for sure.
Yeah, kind of up the hill past the third.
Where did it go?
Where did it go? Speaking of the phone specifically, You are looking for it. You actually get one of the others to call it, and you see it light up kind of up the hill, and the screen is cracked, but her phone is sitting there on the hillside. Sorry, Katia.
Okay.
She's lamenting her fantasy phone.
All right, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, there's a text from Quavon.
What's being concealed here?
What if there's also a text from the detective?
Well, that's just not appropriate.
girl.
Oh my dear.
Oh my god, you're an officer of the law.
No, you can see who the texts are from, but not what they
Yeah,
say.
I don't let. You can't see.
It's
what they
password
say
protected.
on
Yeah, there are three messages from Detective Grant. How do you have them in your phone, Katia? Just as Detective Grant, or
so
badge boy?
because
What?
this is what I would do. It would be like Detective Grant, and then there'd be like a heart at the end.
Oh, nice, cute.
Like it would be like his full regular name and then a heart.
Okay, I see. So Riley, to answer that, as you're kind of surveying the scene, you're looking over by where the RPG knocked Zach and Sophia, and you see Zach's greatsword.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. So his obsidian blade is there. It's a greatsword. It is heavy, like it's got to be like 30 pounds.
Is Q strong?
He is.
Hey Q, maybe give the light weapons a little break, and when you try this on for size.
I walk up to it and look at it. And I'll grab it and see if I can wield it.
Yeah, you can wield it. I mean, it's a little awkward considering it's your weapons are balanced perfectly well for you, and there's effectively no weight to them, which is why they hit so hard. Part of why this one's quite strong. You have to take some getting used to, but yeah, you could use it.
Interesting. Mine are better, but it could be fun.
All right. So it sounds like you guys were going to check the scene out and then kind of cash in for the night. Is that right?
The only thing we can do, I think.
And then the plan is at noon, try to meet Chet. Riley, where did you say you think you're supposed to meet Chet?
Comic store.
Comic book store, yeah. There is a well-known comic book store not too far from the garage called Astro Zombies. Actually, it's close to the Lobo Theater as well. And it has a giant mural out in front of the side of the building that actually contains some of the characters that he said in his message.
Okay.
Katia, it's been a few hours and you're still in this Faraday cage, and Ezekiel has laid out his plan to you. He says, "This would not work with me. My strength comes from the curse. But for you, you have a chance. Let it drain you slowly. Let it take your unholy strength and then break out with what natural strength you have left. They can sap our essence, but you're still partially human. These cages have nothing for that."
What does that mean I won't have the super cool powers I've learned how to fly, and I really like to do that.
These powers are a curse, young lady. They're not toys. But no.
I don't think they're toys. I've been helping people with it.
That as well. If we could get out, our abilities should return. But we'll need to feed. Let it slowly drain you. Not too quickly or it could kill you. And then tonight we'll try.
Well, you're gonna come out. You're gonna get out too?
if you would have me.
Well, yeah, I don't see why I would let you sit here and waste away to nothing.
Thank you.
Did I ask you if you knew a vampire in New York named Vic?
You are Victor? It doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. I didn't know. My memory's been fuzzy with my, my strength being drained. It's affecting my memory.
It's all right. Where do your people come from?
Well, originally from New York.
Before that?
Well, Italian. So my great-great-grandfather came over from Italy.
So a century or so.
Yeah, I guess so.
The answer to your half-life may rest with your ancestors. If you take me with you and you escape, if you escape, I will try to find answers. This is
Okay.
all I can offer.
Okay. That's interesting. I just always thought that because you have to be bit like 3 times, right? To do the full transformation.
Yes.
Well, I was only bit by Vic twice. And then I fled because there were people invading the city who wanted to kill vampires, and I was scared for obvious reasons.
It's a good survival instinct. But vampirism, it's a magical curse, magical virus. At that point in your turning, the virus would have either consumed you and left you a husk, or you would have fought it, expelled it from your system.
Oh.
I've never seen someone walk the line of light and twilight as you do.
I don't really like light. It does bother me. I wear a lot of sunglasses and big hats and things, but I mean, I'm not burning. Sorry.
That's all right. If this is to work, we have 2 paths. I must try and resist this contraption's pull on me, and you have to nurse it, allow it to slowly drain. I resist, you give. Tonight we try.
Okay.
So, in the morning, it seems like the Riley, Suki, and Q, are you guys going up to the comic book shop to try and meet up with Chet? Any special preparations before that?
I mean, I was gonna try to
You're-
refill the thing.
You're muted. There you go. You're gonna okay. Go make me that roll, Suki.
I got my gun in the car and my knife on my hip.
Okay.
That's about it.
I've got a bad attitude.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do, bud.
Aw.
And it looks
That
good on you.
is a 7 on the die.
A 7. Okay. What does it say under the armory? You have what you need, but limited supply.
But only the minimum.
Only the minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what I rolled it last time too.
So you're kind of like digging around. You're like, I know I had another grenade in here. Where did I? And you like in the you find it in the bathroom, like where you keep the toilet paper. There
sense.
is a go bag in there, and in the go bag there's one more round for the rocket launcher.
Cool.
For the grenade launcher. Cool. All right, so you guys make it to the comic book store, Astro Zombies, And you guys roll up. There's parking, and this thing is actually only like a block from the Lobo Theater where you guys investigated the body of that murdered werewolf that the Order had killed the night before. And it's surprisingly busy. And in fact, as you guys kind of walk in, the shop's pretty small, like most comic book shops, just tons of back issues, new stuff, Funko Pops, all that kind of good stuff. And there's probably about 6 or 7 people walking around in cosplay. It seems like it's some kind of like event that they put on occasionally. There's a couple of stormtroopers from the 501st. There's a Mando. There is at least there's 2 Spider-Gwens, one male, one female, and an assortment of other cosplayers, and a Deadpool, because there's always a Deadpool. And you guys are kind of like walking around looking, trying not to be conspicuous, which is pretty easy in this environment. And Riley, you feel a gun in your back.
Oh, right.
And as you turn, the Mandalorian is standing in front of you, a little shorter than you, and he's got a blaster, and he says, I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. Come with me. He's got the voice modulator thing going on.
Okay. I go with him.
And he walks to the back of the store and pulls back a curtain and says, this is the way. And all 3 of you guys are going?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
guess. May I use my telekinesis on the Mandalorian to
Yeah.
shout inside his head, Chet, is that you?
I'm just going to let that happen. And he's like, ah! No. Oh, and he takes off the
Yeah, it
helmet.
is.
Hand me to you, Cannon. Oh, hey, hurry before someone sees us. Come on. And he takes you guys in the back room, and there's like another door, and he goes in there, and there's like this unused portion of the comic book store right behind it, and he has it set up like another little command center with like all his computers and maps and things and some supplies and a cot, and it seems like he's been sleeping here. And he's like, I'm so glad you guys are okay. All right, just so you know, this, he just holds the blaster. This isn't real. This is plastic. It makes it wobble. It's like, okay.
Are you trying to be like Iron Man or something?
Like making it in a cave? Yeah, kind of. Like, so I didn't feel comfortable going back to base last night, so I stayed here because they don't know about this place. This is like my place. And I'm so sorry. None of that was supposed to happen. I was afraid it might, and I had like a backup plan, but I couldn't do that. And I had no idea they were going to take Katia. I am so sorry, but they've gone crazy. Like they didn't used to be like this, and now they have this whole other plan, and the machine, and the whole thing is just completely gone like out of control. Like I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start.
Keeper.
Yes.
As he rambles on like this, I want to know what's being concealed here, because I feel like he might be lying.
Investigative mystery.
All
Roll
right,
plus sharp.
Plus sharp. Here we go. My sharp is a 0. So here we go.
May I help out? My
Yes, you
telekinesis helps with investigating a mystery and without having to talk.
Ooh. So roll plus cool, Suki.
I do love your telepathy. I love it.
Mhm.
It's the mulligan, man. Like I use that more than anything ever. Plus cool, right? I don't have any cool. So that's a 9.
A 9. Okay, so you get a +1 to your roll, GW.
I also rolled a 9, so that makes it a 10. Thank you.
Ooh, complete success. Okay, you get
Bye-bye.
hold. You can hold 2. What do you want?
What's being concealed here?
What's being concealed here is that. What's being concealed here in the sense of like, is he telling you everything? Is that the idea?
Yes, I want to know if he's being truthful. If he seems like he's holding something back.
I mean, obviously, Chet's being concealed here. He's wearing an Iron Man costume.
Not Iron Man. So it's I get that Riley doesn't get it. He is being truthful. The more you talk to Chet, the more you realize the guy just doesn't have any guile. He doesn't have a deceptive bone in his body because the diarrhea of the mouth, like him trying to keep a secret would be kind of hard, and he lacks the subtlety to like try to lie to someone. But you do think that he knows more than he's has told you so far, specifically in regards to like what the order's current plan is.
Okay. And I will save my second one.
Okay, so you guys want to ask chat some questions? I'll set it up like that.
Yeah. Why did they take Katya?
Okay, so I figured out that there was going to be a coffin on one of these trains that was coming through town. It was going to be like parked, like right next to the home base. And so I told Zach, and we all got excited. We had a plan together, and we totally got the drop on the guy. Like totally got the drop. We captured him, and we kind of didn't know what to do next because this guy was like old, like powerful, and like we had him restrained, and like we kind of kept him in like a closet until he couldn't leave because that works, I guess. And so when we were trying to figure out what to do, because you gotta understand, like we're a new team, like we like Albuquerque is a great city and all, but like we're not exactly like big leagues. Like this is like the farm team, and we're still trying to like get good at what we do. I mean, I've been with the order like a year longer than these guys or so, and then this guy showed up, and he somehow knew what we had and who we were, and we were about to like fight him and go like city and blades and stuff, but he said he had a gift for us, and he had these plans to like build this like I don't even know, like it's a cross between like a magic circle and a Faraday cage. And he said that he could actually like tap this vampire like a battery and could like send like it's like energy, it's magical essence, like remotely, like FM receivers, right? And so I built the cage. I built the receivers. We put them in the badges that everyone wears on the field team. And it made Zach stronger and faster, and Sophia could fly, and Kyle always kind of like dabbled in magic, but now he was like really good at it. And they went hunting the next night, and they were able to like just wreck this werewolf that they just got the drop on, and they were hyped. And then we started going after the ghouls, and we met you guys, and then I was like, hi, I'm Chet, and you're like, hi, I'm Riley, and then I was like, oh, guys, this would be Ken, and like, okay, you guys know that part. But so like, but now I don't think it's good for them. And I was trying to tell Zach before you guys went to the ghoul gate.
Chet, who is this guy?
So he didn't tell us his name, but I might have hacked his phone just out of habit, and I only got one name. It's Maxwell. But I don't know if that's a first name or a last name.
We know Maxwell.
You do? What Maxwell do you know?
Oh, we know of him. He made a device that we previously encountered.
Oh, wait. That's the he does like some quick math. He's like at the frontier.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's the dampening thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I knew about the field, but I didn't know that it was a device. Like, are you saying that this guy made that too?
Yeah, his name was all over it.
I think I know how to get Katia back. You guys could lure them to the frontier and be like, hey, we have something you need, or we'll give you, we have a werewolf that you can siphon energy from too, but like their powers won't work in the frontier. It's still on, right?
I believe so. I can't remember.
I mean, no pictures have come back to life, right?
Right.
Yeah, we left it.
Okay, so you could just lure them there, and you could like defeat them and tie them up and and then you could go and you could get Katya.
All right. I mean, that's a fine plan, but my concern is what the hell is Maxwell? Period. And why is he kind of trying to help?
I don't know. I'm not convinced he is trying to help. Like, he gave us this thing that, like, I've never seen anything like this, and it's supposed to be a gift, but it feels like they're being guinea pigs. Like, it was like a test run for something else, and I don't know if he is helping. I think he was just maybe using us. And but that thing is I'm convinced is corrupting them. Like, that's why they turned out evil. I mean, they weren't always the nicest of people, but we have a code, like, to defend people against the dark and destroy monsters, and they did that. You guys still closed the gates, right? According to what I could hear over the radios, but I think they're just as much of monsters now as anything else.
And you didn't take any of them powers?
I'm not on the field team, and I'm allergic to weird science. I'm not doing that. No, I was like, no, you guys do it. I didn't. That's why I hacked his phone to see who he was. Like, I don't trust people like that. I trust you, Miss Buchanan, because you're amazing and I love your heart. And Riley, like, I mean, you're like the brother I never had. I mean, well, like the brothers I did have, but they didn't beat me up. But I mean, I don't. No, I didn't do it.
Did you get a good look at him?
Yeah, I mean, older guy, maybe 60s, salt and pepper hair, had a very like science or engineer vibe. Like,
Okay. All right.
He's not describing Frank, is he?
no.
Okay. Whew. That was my exact thought. I was like, ugh.
Not based on his description, you wouldn't think that was Frank. No, not Frank Kibben.
Yeah.
Science guy, salt and pepper. Did you find out anything else from his phone when you hacked it? Anything like, I don't know, social security number, password for Facebook, like email?
No, but I mean, but like, I was able to tell like where he spends a lot of time according to the GPS coordinates. Like, he spends a lot of time, it looks like either on the military base or like just outside of it someplace. Like, I looked it up. It's the middle of the desert. There's like nothing there. At least not
Military
Google Maps.
base.
Yeah. Why?
Keeper.
Mhm.
How many? Q would know this. How many military bases are there in Albuquerque?
There's one, Kirkland Air Force Base. It's where your dad works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also on the base is Sandia Labs. They make everything from microchips to telemetry programs and guidance systems for rockets and missiles. It's a huge government contractor. Between the base and Sandia, like legit 20% of town works for a subsidiary of one of those two things.
Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Question. Have we figured out, has the team figured out why Chet's team was like using us, or like I know, you know, they're
That's a
getting
great
monsters.
question. That's a great question. Do you want to use your last hold?
I do.
Okay.
So I'll look at Chet and I'll say, your team, they seem to be fine on their own, but they really wanted our help. What were they going to do if we didn't do what we did?
Okay. So what they told me was they just wanted to work with another team, maybe pick up some things from you guys, or like, you know, like teach you guys some things, like maybe do some recruiting for the order. And then I kind of got the vibe that they were planning something and they were leaving me out of it, and I just felt weird about it. And now I'm realizing that once they learned that Ketia was a vampire, that they probably put her in a cage too and are siphoning her strength as well. And so now they're probably twice as strong as normal.
As Q stares daggers at him, his eyes start to glow golden.
That's a really cool effect if it wasn't terrifying. Sorry, I swear, I I figured it out too late. I was not part of this. I will do whatever I can to stop this. This is not good. I've got an annual review coming up. This is not going to go well with the order and my boss. Whatever you guys need.
All right, Chet. Well, I think that I'm gonna trust you on this one, and I am trusting you on this one because I do have a horde of ghost friends who do like haunting the asses of people that I don't like. Are we understood?
Yes, Miss Buchanan. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So this guy probably has Katia in a cage in the actual order base thing.
At the base, yeah. It's either in the base or maybe in an attached space with one of the doors that Kyle set up.
Okay, so we wouldn't be able to. I mean, obviously she's pretty valuable, but there wouldn't be anything that we would have that they would want more than her. Correct? Like setting up a ransom, something.
Well, I mean, you could always lie to them and say that you've got a werewolf or something that they want. I don't really know. And
that's what I mean.
And this whole kind of like scene right here, this is how we'll kind of end the episode tonight. Is as we kind of wrap up in the next few minutes, is like this is like the parlor room scene in a murder mystery where you're going to lay out like what's the plan for next episode, like what's the plan of attack. And Monster of the Week has a great like. It kind of is set up that way where like the final showdowns typically are up to you guys. And so this is you guys planning your final showdown.
Well, I mean, we're certainly going to lie to them, but what's the thing that would be worth it to them that we would have to trade for Katia? Like a rando werewolf is going to be enough, or
it seems like they're pretty obsessed with power right now. So I mean, something else that they could do. I mean, because like you got to think about it, like the way things set up is it's drawing magical essence, and so like if you got a banshee and put it in there, like they would have like a sonic scream probably or something, or they could walk through walls.
Suki, what's Alien Boy's name?
Alien Boy? Oh, what's
You're thinking about Eubank.
Eubanks.
Yeah. Dr. Eubank, yeah.
Dr. Eubank. We could say we have a new and exciting extraterrestrial form of life.
Didn't you say you saw him recently?
I did, but he was up and around. I'm not sure that it wasn't like a ghost or something of him. I don't know what that was.
Regardless, I mean, he's an ally. Perhaps we get him to be the bait.
Yeah, I mean, that ain't a bad idea. We could definitely go to his house and see if he's physically around. And if he ain't physically around, I can see if I can call him. I've never really, like, called up a spirit before, but, I mean, weirder things have happened within the last week and a half, so why not?
It's fair.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a real good idea.
Okay, so you guys want me to, like, give you a way to contact them, and you say you'll trade them something better in exchange for Katia? I mean, like, and then do it at the frontier so that like their powers are like turned off and stuff. And okay, I mean that could work. I mean, what if they double cross you? Like, what?
I mean, they're going to.
They're gonna double cross us.
Well, I mean, I know where. I mean, I built the machine. I know where it is. Like, one of you could go and do a rescue mission while the other two of you are like distracting them if you want, or I don't know, I could try to blow up the power grid and turn off power to the whole city, or I don't know.
Well, hang on now.
I got you with that when you're like, hey.
Wait, now, you would say it that they get their powers from this battery. If we just turn the damn battery off, they ain't got the powers. They don't need to go get dampened.
It's the vampires are the battery. It's activated by magic, and that probably wouldn't work with the power grid. So like if you like destroy the circles or you take what's inside the cages out, then there's nothing to transmit.
And then they ain't got no power.
Right.
We could lead them out somewhere in the desert and all three go. Double cross them before they can double cross us.
Yeah, I mean that could work. You could do that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if we split up, I do like. I would prefer to go get Katia ourselves, cause I have more faith in us laying hands on her and keeping hands on her. If we go and get it ourselves, but if two of us go somewhere to meet them and one goes to get Katia, we're at a disadvantage on all fronts. So, what do we think? Do you think they would go for, like, hey, we found this magic circle in the desert with this big alien here. We'll meet you there at 4:00. I did stab a guy. I don't know how much they'd trust me.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if they're going to go for, like, a remote, like, secret location. I mean, you could try it.
Yeah.
I see your point, though.
Can we draw them to the Air Force Base?
Can you get on base? I can't. I don't have credentials.
Well, I mean, could we set it up that your magic Faraday friend, you were in his phone. Do you have his, I don't know if you can, like, computer a phone number and be like, boop, 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 got a new Faraday cage for you. I'm the science guy.
Yeah. I could call him. I mean, I can show you on the map where it is. And he walks over to the giant map of the city, and he puts a pin at this location just outside of the Air Force Base. And Riley, you recognize it immediately when he does this, because in the code book from Hibben, there was also a map, and this same location was circled by Frank Hibben, and it had a big question mark next to it. And that's where I'm going to end the episode.
Oh. We gotta get our vampire back.
Oh, man.
I just want my little vamp pal.
Vamp pile.
My vamp pal.
Well, guys, thanks so much for watching the Duke City Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game here on Fable 42's Twitch stream. Join us next week, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, for what should be the stunning conclusion of Episode 5, The Order, or catch us on the repeat on YouTube on Tuesdays, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. As always, Albuquerque's a weird place. Let's keep it that way.